friends, hello and welcome to our weekly reading for the week of May the 22nd. This week we're in a waxing crescent moon all the way up to the first quarter moon on the 27th, and this is a week of very fast-paced, wild, forward motion filled with signs, synchronicities, and guidance about the best way to move forward on your path and towards your goals. We've got 3 cards coming out as the overarching energy for the week. The first one is the Star. We're going to build on these. The second one is the Fool. And the third one is Conception. I believe this is the King of Pentacles in this deck. You are manifesting all of your, it's like a common message, manifesting all of your wildest dreams right now, right? So let's just say in divine timing, because we don't really like to get too into the timing of things on this show. TLC for the soul, we're kind of it's just best to work in time outside of time and let the divine plan and divine guidance and divine timing and flow kind of move you through your now moments rather than trying to pin the universe down to a time frame for things. So I think you're going to be getting a lot of new ideas this week, and they're going to rapidly manifest with that King of Pentacles, that Conception card. So it's like they're almost going to go from intention with the Star to, okay, the universe is like, okay, well, we'll give you what you need to know in terms of divine guidance or signs or flow to get moving, and then you're just going to manifest whatever it is that you need. Of course, they're saying within reason, of course. Let's get a card from the Mystic Martian Oracle just to build on this message. We're moving through a big Pleiadian PowerPoint this week in the astrology, so it wouldn't surprise me. We got crop circles, messages, curiosity, and signs. So again, building on this, like you're going to be shown, and we're putting this right over the eye on the tarot board. So I think you're going to be shown, and it's from a higher power, a higher place, like what you need to know. I'm going to move the camera in a little bit closer. What you need to know in this now to get these things accomplished. We also changed out the back of the tarot board, and we're guided to intuitively choose this picture from our, I forgot the name of the book, but this picture for me is always like shipwrecked, and in the background behind the Divine Masculine crystal point is Brighty Isle, which we wrote a whole book on Brighty Isle. And so there's this feeling of kind of feeling remotely removed. So we're going into a Divine Masculine message. So on your Divine Masculine, whether that's within you or a Divine Masculine that you may be inquiring about or cross-watching for, like the Divine Masculine, I think feels like they are being remotely removed, remotely empowered, so remotely guided. There's a lot of remote going on there. So remote vision, remote, and there's also in this picture, it's really hard to see, but up in here, I don't know if it shows up on camera, there's a plane flying. So I feel like there's travel involved for the Divine Masculine, be that psychic travel, like remote vision, astral projection, our actual physical travel, having to go remote somewhere, maybe like remotely working from home or going somewhere out of your comfort zone, no matter, whatever that means to you. So that can apply on both sides, right? The Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine. Regardless, with messages, curiosity, and signs, you're going to get all the guidance you need on what you're supposed to do when these things come forward. And they're also talking about with the remote vision and the astral projection, like some of you are going to see an increased, heightened sense of your psychic abilities moving forward. You may be guided to play around with remote vision or play some psychic development games having to do with astral projection, where you like, get a friend and let me see if I can astral project you. Okay, do you maybe see me there? Like, it seems like they're giving me chills. It seems like it's a week of like just playing. Those, obviously with the Pleiadians, they're all about play and having fun and not taking things so seriously, being in this open, inviting energy so that you can see the signs, new psychic sensitivities coming on board to, at this point, I don't know what purpose they're going to have for you in terms of your overall service work. Like, how does astral projection or remote viewing fit into what you're doing? I don't know. But maybe over time, those things will be revealed to you, how those things could be utilized. So let's get a flower therapy card. Just continue to build on this message. Increase psychic awareness and all of this. Now this one I have to go far down on the floor. What's going on here? Oh yeah. So this one is laughter. I got this one earlier this morning too with the wattle flower. Uplift yourself and those around you through loving laughter. So it is like the Fool energy. There's a lot of yellow with the solar plexus coming through. A lot of like, let's just see where these things go, not taking things too seriously. If you get a sign or a guidance from spirit, just try it out. I have seen that too coming through with some of our younger TLC for the Soul community members. A lot of their psychic gifts and their spiritual path is starting to open up now. And so little things like to more advanced practitioners, like to me, like a pendulum, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a pendulum, I'll get it out and use it. But when you're first opening up to like, oh, a pendulum, it actually gives me some answers that I might need. It's like this really fun, exciting, cool thing. And you can like, make a pendulum out of something special to you, and you can like play with the pendulum and, and just not take it so seriously. I can't even go into in the 15 minutes I try to do this weekly reading in all the things that could come up from your psyche or your subconscious about healing things that have to do with not trusting the universe or not trusting your guides and all that. We could do a whole like 4-hour show probably on that. But we're not going to do that right now. We're going to just say, trust the guidance you're getting. Do some experiments yourself. Like, don't just take what I say. Just trust your guidance by experimenting, playing with it, seeing what happens if you get guidance and then you do it and you do something and, everything works out for the best and highest good of all. Like, always just set that intention and you're going to get the appropriate guidance for what you most need to know in this now. All right, we're going to shuffle from my deck, Forest of the Wolf. Okay, this is one of our wolf pack members. This is Gregor. He's all about generosity, about, I feel like he's in a sense about like divine service, my divine service wolf. He embodies most the energy of service to others, in balance with service to self or self-care or taking care of oneself. He's all about, like I said, when you get nervous, focus on service. So if you're feeling a little anxious this week, because these are very fast-paced, fast-moving energies coming through. There's a lot of solar flares. There's a lot of different solar activity going on this week. Plus the, star light codes coming through, the Pleiadians. So star seeds getting a lot of upgrades and messages and input. And it can all get a little overwhelming. So if you start to feel anxious, take that focus off yourself for a little bit. What can you control about the situation that you're in? What can you, if you can't control it, you just give it to whoever you called, God, source, the angels, the universe. Give that to them. Let them, think about the divine plan and the divine timing and how to best take care of those things you can't control. And then maybe you'll always feel better if you go to service to others. So if you're feeling really weird, out of sorts, you need to pick me up, really some anxiety, ask your spirit team, ask your higher self, what can you do to help somebody else, someone else, be it remotely, there's that remotely again, like on social media or like YouTube or whatever, or via you know, in person. Maybe you can go down somewhere and volunteer somewhere or do something. So those ideas will come to you if you're open to receiving them. So it's a week about sharing the love you have in your heart through whatever lights you up and putting that out there into the world via divine service. I'm going to get a message for twin flames. If you're not a twin flame, you can just take this message however it resonates with you. The deck I'm using is Tarot of the Psychic Heart by John Holland. It's a deck all about relationships. It just doesn't have to do with twin flames. But if you're a twin flame, then this, they're saying, is extra confirmation for you this week. This is Palladian light language coming in. This is a balance card. Card number 14. I think it's the Justice card. But it's about being in balance with who you are. There's this fulcrum on the card of one pyramid kind of on top of another, so to speak. And it's just finding balance in relationships, taking time to, you know, be with the ones you love, and then pulling, if you feel like a little overwhelmed by what's going on, pulling back, pulling your energy back and spending some solace and some solitude time, coming to balance within yourself by taking care of yourself, not overworking, not overdoing. And also the flip side to that is not too much self-care, too much alone time, too much solitude. Like, how can you balance that out? It all goes back to the generosity card with, you know, spend some self-care time, some you time in balance with maybe some service to others time, getting out there in the world. All right, let's do one final card. This is from Happy Cloud. Anything else we need to know for the week ahead, Spirit? We get this card a lot. So first we got the Whatever card, Treat Yourself, and the Passion card, Follow Your Heart. So I think those are always messages in the cards about, you know, don't take things so seriously. If you want that ice cream sundae, have that little ice cream sundae and then get back on your, you know, healthy eating regimen or whatever. And always, whatever guidance you get from Spirit, follow what resonates most with your heart space, not from a place of fear or distrust or disbelief. Like, just do what lights you up, what feels good to you, and you'll always be in a space of doing what's for the highest and greatest good of all. So overall, it's a week about service, a week about some interesting psychic developments, changes and upgrades to your sixth senses, a message of signs, serendipities, and synchronicities, manifesting, and allowing yourself to have some fun time. So thank you all so much. We're going to leave it at that, and we will see you all again soon. Have a good week. Take care.